The book of Nehemiah, chapter 1. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliah. And it came to pass in the month Chislev, in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan the palace, that Hananiah, one of my brethren, came, he and certain men of Yehuda. And I asked them concerning the Yehudim that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the city there in the province are in great affliction and reproach. The walls of Jerusalem is broken down. Read that again. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. And it came to pass when I heard these words, and I sat down and wept and mourned certain days, and fasted, and prayed before the Elohim of Shamayim, and said, I beseech thee, O Yah, Elohim of heaven, the great and terrible Elohim, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. Let thine ear now be attentive and thine eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant, which I pray before thee now, day and night, for the children of Israel, thy servants, and confess the sins of the children of Israel, which we have sinned against thee, both I and my father's house have sinned. What do y'all do? This is verse 7. We have dealt very corruptly against thee, and have not kept the commandments. Read that one more time. And have not kept the commandments, nor the statutes, nor the judgments, which thou commanded thy servant Moses. Wait, where did he go? He went to Moses. He said, the commandment, we dealt very corruptly against thee, have not kept the commandments, nor the statutes, nor the judgments which you commanded thy servant Moses. Now watch verse 8. Remember. Wow. Remember, I beseech thee. Remember, I'm begging you to remember. What is it you want y'all to remember? The word that you commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. And didn't he do it? Oh, yes. That was your word. You said that. And you told Moses to tell us that. And we did transgress, and you did scatter us. Where'd you scatter us? Among the heathens, among the nations. But verse 9. But, you see it? If you return unto me and keep my commandments and do them. And what? If you keep my commandments and do them. Wait a minute. One more time. It's in your word that if we keep the commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost parts, where are we? In the uttermost parts of the Shamayim. This is the promise that Nehemiah brought to y'all. He said, yet I will gather them from thence and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. Now, these are thy servants and thy people, whom thou hast redeemed by thy great power and by thy strong hand. O Yah, I beseech thee, let now thine ear be attentive to the prayer of thy servant and to the prayer of thy servants, who desire to fear thy name and prosper, I pray thee, thy servants this day. And what else are you asking? And grant him mercy in the sight of this man, for I was the king's cupbearer. What a prayer. I mean, and what a great observation. He said, when my friends came, they looked at the situation, they assessed it, they brought word to me, and they told me two things that just sent me into prayer and fasting. They said, first of all, you remember the remnant. These are really the survivors of the captivity. Those that survived. Those that made it out. Those that at least was trying to do what? Return to the promised land, if you please. So yeah, what about them? He said the wall. He said the wall is broken. It's broken down. And not only is the wall broken down, but the gates are burned with fire. And therefore, the people are vulnerable even after surviving captivity without the walls and without the gates. The house of Israel, the remnant, are in great danger. So he prayed. And that's what we need to do. We need to pray this prayer. And in the next video, we're going to get a little deeper. But until now, let's recognize the fact the walls are broke down. The wall is broke down, and the gates are burned. But Yah is still merciful according to his word, even to those that pray in the land of their captivity. That's us, Zion. We'll pick it up in the next video. One love. To all you, my father's children, support the ark, support this work. Like these videos and share them. And keep the Moreh in prayer. We'll keep you in prayer. And let's examine this subject. Let's look at the wall of the remnant and the wall. Let's look at that together. Shalom.